and welcome to another episode here in Yabong, Pilipinas. I am Josh, and if you're reviewing for the licensure exam and na-overwhelm ka sa lahat ng topics na meron sa licensure, and I want you to know that it is normal. And here in Yabong, Pilipinas, what we want to do is to make the explanations or the topics more understandable. We break down the topics simply and clearly so that you understand and hindi lang i-memorize yung mga ganap. So, ayan. So, in the last episode, ang topic is the nature and importance of agriculture, and this is a continuation of it. We stopped here in agriculture and changing environments. Yan, discuss natin yung mga challenges, etc. Now, let's go to the history of agriculture. Let's look at it. So, number 7, these two crops were believed to be first domesticated in 10,000 BC. A, wheat and rice. B, barley and oat. C, wheat and barley. D, corn and rice. Or E, none of the above. So, again, you can pause the video if you want to answer. So, ang answer dito is letter. Mamaya pa natin i-reveal. Ayan. So, tingnan muna natin yung development ng agriculture. First, we have the pastoral stage. Ayan. So, hunting and gathering. So, the primitive man satisfied his daily needs directly from nature by hunting wild animals, gathering wild plants, and fishing. So, dati, ganito pa lang ang ganap. Ang tawag dito is pastoral stage. Tapos, kailan nagsimula ang agriculture? So, hindi muna nagsimula ang agriculture. Early humans were mainly hunters and gatherers. Again, ang tawag doon ay pastoral stage. So, the Ice Age, which is a cold, unstable climate, made it hard to farm. So, ang Ice Age pala, totoo siya nangyari, hindi lang siya movie. Yan, Ice Age 1, Ice Age 2, hindi lang siya movie. So, nangyari talaga siya. So, dahil nga, covered ng ice ang mundo. So, mahirap mag-farm or hindi pa na discover ang farming. Kaya, kumukuha lang muna sila o kaya nag-hunt ng fish, etc. Until nagkaroon tayo ng Holocene temperature evolution, also known as the Holocene warming. So, habang tumatagal, tumataas yung greenhouse gases, bumababa yung ice or natutunaw yung ice. Ayan. So actually, ayun yung ganap ngayon. Natutunan na yung ice sa Antarctica kaya tumataas yung water levels. So nangyari na rin to ever since dati. Ice Age, tapos uh, and then natutunaw yung ice, tapos tumataas ang greenhouse gases. Ang tawag doon ay Holocene temperature evolution or Holocene warming or Holocene era. Ayan. So farming only began during the Holocene. Noong naging stable na yung climate, hindi na masyadong malamig at umiinit na. Ayan. Tapos between two cold periods, nagkaroon ng konting warm period. So meron tayong tinatawag na oldest Dryas. Ayan, 8,000 to 14,000 before present. Then may younger Dryas. Kumbaga yung oldest ay yung Ice Age 1. Tapos yung younger Dryas, yung Ice Age 2. Sa gitna ng dalawang yun, merong brief warm period. Parang saglit lang na nagkaroon ng init. Tapos during that warm break, ang mga tao, nag-continue tayo na mag-hunt and mag-gather. Kaya, hindi muna na-discover yung farming. Ayan. So, ayan. Ito yung timeline showing the beginning of agriculture. Hindi ko sinasabi na i-memorize nyo siya. So dito sa video na to, actually, mas magiging parang kwento lang siya. Ganyan. So maganda siyang daanan. Hindi ko sinasabi i-memorize yung lahat. Okay, ice sheets again spread over the land. Ice sheets, hindi ko sinasabi i-memorize niya yan. So tingnan nyo kung ano yung mga importante dito. And I want you to focus here. Dito sa 10,000 years, dito sa bandang baba, which is the domestication of wheat and barley. So pag sinabi natin domestication, ayun na yung ginugrow na talaga siya ng man. Meron ng involvement ng man. If you will look back sa video kanina, ano ang definition of agriculture? Growing ng livestock and plants under the management of man. So that is actually domestication. So, ayan. Yung wheat and barley, sila yung una na mga halaman na nag-domesticate o na-denomesticate. So the answer here is wheat and barley. Tandaan nyo lang yan, two crops believed to be first domesticated in 10,000 BC. Next, an area extending from Mesopotamia, now called as Iraq, across Syria and down the eastern of Mediterranean Sea to the Nile Valley of Egypt, which is believed to be the origin of agriculture. Saan nagsimula ang agriculture? A. Middle East. B. Fertile Crescent. C. Southeast. D. All of the above. E. None of the above. Okay. So the answer here is Fertile Crescent. So in the map, ito siya. So based on evidences na archaeological, botanical, even linguistics, history, literature, agriculture had been practiced in the following areas. So ito yung tinatawag na Fertile Crescent. So itong, kaya siya crescent kasi para siyang moon. Kung nakikita nyo, ayan siya. Tandaan nyo lang yung Fertile Crescent. So ngayon, tignan lang natin kung saan nagsimula ang agriculture. Again, hindi ko sinasabi na i-memorize nyo itong mga to. Pero kahit daanan lang or gawin yung background music para malay nyo kapag meron lumabas dito, wala. Parang, parang na ano ko to, na rinig ko to. And isa rin sa mga technique ko, lalo na sa mga ganito, ako kasi hindi rin ako fan talaga ng history. Like, I do not actually indulge in studying history. Pero ayan, ang isa sa mga technique ko is nilalagyan ko ng mga photos sa gilid para at least malay nyo someday makita nyo. Parang nandun to sa slide na merong ganitong picture sa gilid. So, pwedeng ayun pa yung maging clue nyo na parang natandaan ko to merong picture na ganito. Ayun. So, tingnan nyo lang yung mga slides. Ayan. So, when did Agri start? Near East, ayun, yung sa Fertile Crescent, 8,000 to 10,000 BC, in an area known as the Fertile Crescent, which is often recognized as the cradle of civilization. So, tandaan nyo lang din yan, cradle of civilization. So wheat and barley farming pattern was established and spread over land through Iran. So other crops include grapes, peaches, apricots, and melon. So titingnan natin. Di ba, let's say for example, ayan, so let's say for example, sa mga old movies, ano ang karaniwan na food na nandun? Sige, punta na tayo sa mga Bible movies, mga ganyan. 'Di ba karaniwan ay mga tinapay? So yung tinapay na yun, gawa sa wheat. Ayan. So it makes sense na kaya pala sa mga old movies, tinapay ang laging pinapakain or ayun yung sikat. Wala namang ano nga, rice and ano, 'di ba? Hindi naman agad ganon yung mga nasa movies. So it makes sense kaya wheat and barley yung unang nag-domesticate. Ibig sabihin, ito yung mas naunang na-discover, ito yung mas naunang nagawa ng cropping patterns. And another is ito, grapes. Kaya 'di ba ano dati ang mga wine. Kaya if tingnan yung yung mga example biblical stories, karaniwang grapevine. Kasi ito yung mga naunang nakikita nila dati. Wala pa naman ano ba? Ano ba yung mga bago lang? Wala akong maisip ngayon. So, ayun. 'Di ba? So, coffee, hindi naman masyadong nasabi yun sa mga Bible stories, parang ganyan. So, it makes sense. Next. Ayan. So, sa Ethiopia, now 9,000 years before present naman, ayan, dyan naman nag-domesticate or na-discover ang coffee. Ayan. So, coffee, ang kanyang center of origin ay Ethiopia. Then, Southern Asia, ang first crops na nag-spread yung mga yon, yung mga wheat, etc., nag-spread siya sa South Asia. Ayan. Kasi sila yung una rin na nakapag construct ng irrigation reservoir. So, Southern Asia, irrigation reservoir. Kung saan nag-iimbak ng water, ayun lang yung meaning nun, ng irrigation reservoir. Saan sila nag-iimbak ng tubig. So, dahil meron silang ganon, nag-spread doon ang mga halaman na yon, yung wheat, barley, etc. Okay, number 9. Early civilizations in Asia have established around a diet originating largely from A. Corn and peanut, B. Sorghum and beans, C. Rice and beans, D. Wheat and barley. So, ang answer dito is rice and beans. Ayan. So, uh, yung diffusion ng Southwest Asian wheat complex. So, doon sa West Asia, so kanina 'di ba sa Fertile Crescent, ganyan, tapos pumunta sa may Southern Asia, nagkaroon ng diffusion na pagkarating sa mainland ng Southeast Asia or sa East Asia, China, etc. Ang na-discover naman o ang ginrow naman ay rice. So instead of wheat, rice yung naging focus. So crops like yams, bamboo, soybeans, and rice are native to tropical Far East region. Kaya rin dito sa Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, China, rice yung mga karaniwang nasa food plate ng mga bansang iyan. So, in Southeast Asia, various crops including rice, banana, coconut, and yam. Yung mga nilagay ko dyan sa gilid. Even sa Pacific and Oceania, agriculture doon is dito rin. Umiikot taro, yams, coconut, banana, sugar cane, and breadfruit. So, karaniwan, yung mga nandyan ay mga tropical na mga crops. So, again, kita nyo pa rin na ang nagpe-play pa rin is ano nga ba yung conditions doon. Kasi syempre hindi naman pare-parehas yung conditions sa Southeast Asia, sa gitna. Kasi for example dito, ba't merong coconut dyan? But sa Middle East kanina wala. 'Di ba? So it's because of the conditions din and yung uh, geography, yung topography ng isang lugar. More of that kapag pumunta tayo sa factors affecting crop production. South America naman, ito yung mga indigenous crops doon, beans, potato, tomato, eggplant, vegetables, peanut, pineapple, and squash. Hindi ko sinasabing i-memorize nyo yan. Familiarize nyo lang. Then, ito ang tandaan nyo, Central America, corn. Doon, ayun ang origin ng center of origin ng corn, Central America. Okay. So, number 10, the two plant families which achieved absolute dominance as carbohydrate and protein sources in early agricultural systems are A. Musaceae and Leguminosae, B. Graminae and Dioscoraceae, C. Araceae and Palmae, D. Graminae and Leguminosae. So, ang answer dito ay letter D, Graminae and Leguminosae. So, ito ay medyo outdated na, itong question na to. Yung dalawang yan, meron na silang mga bagong pangalan, which is Poaceae for Graminae and Fabaceae for Leguminosae. Ayan. So, ang mga Poaceae natin ngayon ay grass family. Kasama dito yung rice, wheat, corn, barley, and sorghum. They are main sources of carbohydrates. Ang Fabaceae naman, ito ang beans na family natin, katulad ng soybean, munggo, lentils, and peas. And those are rich in protein naman. So in fact, almost all subsequent civilizations have since been established around a diet originating largely sa Poaceae tapos sa Fabaceae. Example, sa Amerika, ang mga nauna nilang kinakain na ay mais, yan, maize and peanuts. So maize, Graminae or Poaceae, peanuts, Fabaceae. Sa Africa naman, sorghum and beans. Sorghum ay Poaceae, beans ay Fabaceae. The Middle East, wheat and barley ay Poaceae, beans ay Fabaceae. Asia, rice ay Poaceae, soybeans ay Fabaceae. Okay. Number 11, Central America is the center of origin and domestication of, nasabi na natin to kanina, I hope na ang answer nyo dito is corn. The center of origin and domestication of Oryza glaberrima is A. Pacific, B. Southeast Asia, C. Africa, D. Both A and B, E. Both A and C. So ito, tandaan nyo na lang din si Oryza glaberrima. Ayan, so siya ay nag-originate or nag-domesticate din sa Africa. Ayan, so tandaan nyo lang yan. Among these countries, the center of origin of rice is A, the Philippines, B, Africa, C, Mexico, or D, India. So the answer here is India. Ayan. So this is a snapshot ng mga plants at kung saan sila nag-originate. So again, hindi ko sinasabing i-memorize nyo sila. Ito yung mga indigenous na crops kung saan na una talagang na cultivate itong mga to, etc. So ayan, corn for Central America, Oryza glaberrima nasa Africa. Tandaan nyo na lang din kung ano yung mga unique sa kanila. And titingnan natin kung ano yung nasa Philippines. So I hope that you learned something from this video, and I hope that you like, subscribe, and click the notification bell para maging updated ka sa mga next na episodes in Yabong Pilipinas. And if you have a friend who's taking the licensure exams with you, I hope that you also share this with them para sabay kayo napapasa ng licensure exam. And I think that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode. Bye.